Coming up on SCVTV's Community Corner, grab your popcorn as we talk to the SCV Eco Alliance about its upcoming environmentally friendly Eco Film Festival.
A local favorite is back. Get a sneak peek at all the exciting things happening at this year's Senses Block Party.
Need resources for your family? Find out what's available at the upcoming Many Families, One Community Family Resource Fair.
It's time to raise a glass for a good cause. Hear all about Circle of Hope's Vine to Wine fundraiser.
Sunny Day Acres is here with an adorable pup looking for a forever home. Find out how you can adopt your new best friend coming up.
And on This Week in Santa Clarita, we're checking out the latest and greatest in the new Seasons magazine.
Stay tuned. SCVTV's Community Corner starts now. Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley, to SCVTV's Community Corner. I'm Carrie Lujan.
And I'm Dave Caldwell. This show is all about you, Santa Clarita, the great community that it is, the schools, the nonprofits, of course, the city of Santa Clarita, doing so many great things for us all here. And we always appreciate you spending just a little bit of your day so we can share with you what's going on in the city. And we've got another good show today.
We have a great show for you today. Starting off with the SCV Eco Alliance. They're here to talk about their film festival, all about raising environmental awareness. Plus, Circle of Hope is giving us a sneak peek at Vine to Wine.
We'll also hear from Sulphur Springs Union School District about their Many Families, One Community Resource Fair, full of helpful resources for families. And get ready for some cuteness. Sunny Day Acres has a pregnant pup looking for a forever home.
Plus, Santa Clarita is revealing the lineup for the fan favorite Senses Block Party. And on This Week in Santa Clarita, find out how to sign up for fun programs in the new Seasons magazine. And Dave, this month of March is known as Women's History Month. And on March 8th, it's International Women's Day. So what did you get me?
Admiration.
I'll take it.
Respect.
I will definitely take it.
Get a bit of love in there as well.
Aw,
yeah,
thank you,
you're one of my
Dave.
favorite people in the world.
Oh, well, and we want to talk about women that we appreciate, admire, as we celebrate all women everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start. How about family in your life who are women who you?
Well, it's got to start with mom. Mm-hmm. It's got to start with my mom. I mean, she absolutely was incredible. She would have been actually 100 years old this year. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we lost her just 4 years ago, but so she lived to be 95 and
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
And I am not the person I am today without her. There is no question about that. What about for you?
Definitely my mom, of course, who was always the guiding light in my life. I also was lucky to spend a lot of time with my two grandmothers. And my granny actually she was an amazing woman. She was all about supporting the farm workers during the Cesar Chavez time and always took a stand for what she believed in. And I was fortunate enough to, she invited me to go on a cruise with her.
Wow.
And we went to Europe. It was my first time abroad. And the 10 days we got to spend together was so special and really bonding. Yeah.
What about growing up? I mean, what about other women outside of the family for you? What do any come to mind?
It's got to be teachers.
Yeah.
4th grade, Mrs. Ware. I loved to read, and she really helped nurture that, and I loved doing the mission projects. How about you? Any teachers that?
It's funny, you mentioned 4th grade. I remember 5th grade, Miss Pratt at Lakewood Elementary School in Kansas City, and then in 6th grade, Miss Thompson taught me how to dance. She just said, just move every part of your body. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Let's see what that looks like.
That's not going to happen right now. No, it's not going to happen right now.
But isn't it interesting how their names really stick with you when it was someone who really had an impact on your life?
Oh, it's true for all these years.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what about present day? Are there women that you surround yourself now that really stand out to you?
Oh gosh, there's many. Are you ready for all of them?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to start with my group of friends from college.
Yeah.
There are 7 of us, and I think of them more as family now than as friends because we really grew up and changed and became parents together and went through all of that. And we also are like sisters in many ways in the way that we kind of fight and bicker about things. I've had some amazing women as professional mentors in my life. I have to give a shout out to Dr. Lori Baker-Shenna, who has been amazing as a mentor, as a friend, as somebody who I can just bounce ideas off of. And she gives it to me straight. She's honest and she's brilliant. So I've really, I'm lucky to have her as a friend and a mentor in my life. I'm going to keep going. You can't stop me. The amazing women who I work with at the city of Santa Clarita, we have such a group of powerful, strong, brilliant women who just work on behalf of the community every single day, doing amazing things and supporting each other, and I've learned so much from them. I'm going to give one last one here.
Okay.
My SCV Lean-In Sisters. We are a group of professional women who didn't necessarily have we had some, we probably knew each other before, but didn't really have relationships. And we meet monthly and we talk about women supporting women. We do learning activities. We support each other in so many ways. And it's been such a good group to be part of. So I'm very fortunate. I talked too long. Tell me about yours. Who are the important women in your life now?
Honestly, it's true. To be fair, you, Ellie, back in the our producer.
Yeah.
There's some incredible Susan Shapiro here at SCVTV.
Susan, yes.
Amy Daniels from the Wish Foundation. Nikki Buckstead from the Child and Family Center.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on and on too, and I'm actually a little terrified right now because I've started to name some names and I'm going to forget some names.
If you think of all the amazing nonprofits in our community who are always our guests here, who are led by women. Most
of them are led by women. They're all, that's really that's a really great point, yeah. I do need to give a shout out. You gave a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out too to Joan Alawani Ortiz. She became a single mother when her kids were just 1 and 3 years old.
Wow.
And yet went on, she was a nurse, she was a lactation consultant, went on to create a company with her mother that's become very successful. Her kids are very successful. She's fantastic. I don't know how she did that. I really don't know how she did that with both of them were in diapers really at that time, excuse me. And I'll tell you, she is quite remarkable. So a shout out to Joni. A special lady, yes. Yeah. Well, and for all the single mothers out there who overcame all those obstacles to raise wonderful children and just create amazing lives for them. It's been around 100 years. It's over 100 years since 1911, International Women's Day, International Women's Month as well, the month of March. So we certainly give a shout out to everyone with that. They all deserve it. And I can't believe it took that long. Right? Really? No, I'm serious. Right. It took that long, 1911. Before that was something that became important to our society. Yeah, well, we all know how important women are every day, and we're lucky and grateful to have them in our lives. I'm lucky that Carrie is with us today. Aw, thank you. Absolutely, always. Thank you. And we got a great show in front of us, so stay tuned. Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner. The SCV Eco Alliance is a group of local organizations working together to protect the environment. And for the second year in a row, they're bringing back the Eco Film Festival to College of the Canyons. From a broken food system and animal agriculture to indigenous fire practices and so much more, the festival and its films explore subjects such as sustainability and environmental justice. Plus, it's not just about watching films, it's about learning real ways to take action and make a difference. And the best part, it's completely free. Here to tell us more about the festival and how the community can get involved is Cher Gilmore, facilitator of the SCV Eco Alliance. Cher, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. We want everybody to know about this. Absolutely. Well, it's a great event. And for those in the community who aren't familiar with the SCV Eco Alliance, tell us about your group, how it got started, what the organization does, and what your mission is. Well, in 2022, I was at I think it was River Rally, actually, and there were a whole group of environmental organizations, and I thought, we're all on the same team. We should be working together because we have similar goals, and, when you work as a group, you're much more effective and powerful than if you work individually. So I went around and I talked to some of the groups and suggested that maybe we want to start a coalition to support each other and empower each other's goals. And they liked the idea. It seems like it's an idea whose time has come because we started it right away and in the fall of 2022. And then last year, we had our first joint project, which was the film festival. And that was very successful. Everybody had a good time. We had good attendance. And
they said, let's do it again afterwards, you know. We like this. We like working together. So that's how it started. And like you say, there are 15 groups involved. I mean, most people don't realize there are that many groups that are working for the environment in this area, because this doesn't seem like a huge area. But.
So I'm curious, though, because why a film festival? I mean, some people may go, you know, an eco-friendly people, they're wanting to make certain that things are good in Santa Clarita. How did you come to the decision to create a film festival around that?
Well, it was something that we could do together, for one thing. It was doable. That was a big thing. And secondly, a lot of people kind of have an interest in the environment, but they don't know really the deeper story of how we're really affecting the rest of the world, including us too now. And we wanted to help educate people and let them know more about what we're actually doing to the world, and also offer solutions. That was a big part. You know, we wanted to not just give the bad news, but also offer ways that people could help, and the ways that organizations out there are doing things to improve the situation. So it's not like a downer. It's really a hopeful, uplifting, educational, inspiring, in many cases, experience.
Well, give us the details about the film festival. When is it? Where is it happening? Is it open to the community? And tell us the name of some of the movies that are going to be shown.
Okay. Yes, it's open to the community. It's going to be on March 8th at the University Center, College of the Canyons, that big building that's on the south end of the campus. You cannot miss it. Last year we had it in the campus, and people kind of got lost. They couldn't find the places. But anyway, it's a big campus. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's going to be a food truck there for lunch if people want to buy that. But everything else is free. No charge for the films, nothing. Parking is free as well at the campus. So how could anyone not go? I mean, it's going to be a fun day. And, you know, bring the whole family.
What are some of the films that are going to be shown? And then also, will people have an opportunity to talk about it? Because you're wanting to create dialogue, aren't you, among this? And so will there be an opportunity for people to have a chance to talk about what they've seen in these films?
There will. After each film, one of the hosts of the film, one of our Alliance members, will be leading a discussion, question and answer period, and often they will provide additional resources if people want to learn more about the topic of the film. So yes, there will be that. And so you wanted to know the names of the films. Yes. Common Ground is one of them. Well, Common Ground is about the money, power, and politics behind our broken food system. And it also is about regenerative farmers who are changing the way we do agriculture. It's like the beginning of a new way of doing agriculture. It's very inspiring. And then Cowspiracy is another film. That's not a brand new film, but I think a lot of people haven't seen it. And really it's about animal agriculture and how destructive that is for our environment, and why the big environmental organizations don't want to talk about it. Then the two short films that are being shown in the luncheon period, one is Saging the World, which is about white sage, which is what the New Age folks like to use to purify the atmosphere. And the Native Americans have used it in their ceremonies for many years, thousands of years probably. But it's being poached. Tons are being poached out of this area to satisfy the international demand. And this is the only area that it grows naturally. So it's a serious problem.
Wow.
And the Native American population is trying to protect the white sage and encourage people to grow it, and so that we don't lose that. And then Burnt Country is another short film, and that's really about the indigenous way of creating low-temperature fires so that they can avoid bigger fires like we've just had here in Los Angeles. So it's a good way to do it, and we haven't really taken advantage of their knowledge that they've gained over many, many years.
Wow, this is all fascinating. I want to go and watch.
Well, I want you to.
So besides the films, will there be other activities for people to enjoy?
Yes, well, there will be the information tables. Each of our not all of them, but most of them will have an information table that you can ask about what they're doing and engage with them. There's going to be a really interesting art installation. One of the members of the Alliance is Forge Ahead Arts, environmental artist. And the exhibit is called Ghost Ships, and it's made entirely out of single-use plastic. And it's to call attention to the very bad plastic waste problem we have. I'm sure you've heard about the plastic gyres that they have that are big as small states in the ocean.
Wow, yeah.
We have big plastic problems, so that's to call attention to that. The Taco Menace food truck, I think I already said, and there's going to be a bicycle library, which is a portable library that's sponsored by the Sustainable Development Committee, which is another one of our group. And they will have environmental books displayed that day. And if you have a COC account, you can check out a book right on the spot. But if not, then you can look at them and say, oh, how nice, this is great, I'm glad they have these books. But you couldn't check them out there.
Are there other events that the Alliance is going to be hosting or handling during the coming year?
Well, this is our big event. We hope it's going to be an annual event. We look at other projects. One thing that we're working on is a ban of artificial turf, which is very destructive, and most people aren't aware of it. But that's kind of a different kind of project. It's a little more politically oriented, you might say, because cities and so forth and school districts are really promoting that in a big way. But it's so damaging to the students, health-wise and injury-wise.
This festival sounds amazing. Who are your sponsors?
Our sponsors for the
film festival, yeah.
Do you mean who's giving money?
Sure.
Nobody. Nobody.
This is all put on by your
everybody
groups.
is volunteer. We don't get paid. COC has donated the space for us to have the film festival there.
That's awesome.
Yes, and that's one reason that we'd like to have a good response so that we can encourage them to sponsor us again next year for our third annual film festival.
I can tell that you're very passionate, number one, about the environment.
I
and
am.
You're very concerned about it. Why is it so important to you? What is it about this cause that hits home for you, Cher?
Well, I love nature. I just love nature, every part of it. I love being out in the woods. I love seeing what Mother Nature has created. And, you know, I saw the film Chasing Ice back in 2012, I think it was. And I saw visually, with the time-lapse photography, how the glaciers were gradually, actually not so gradually, very quickly disappearing. And I thought, holy cow. Can we do that? Can we be responsible for wrecking the glaciers?
We being humans.
We being humans. And I thought, I've got to do something about this. This is terrible. And so I decided to start some kind of organization that could work with the environment. And so the one I wound up with was Citizens Climate Lobby, which is a member of the Alliance. And we work to reduce carbon emissions in the air, which is the driver of global heating. That's what's causing the problem. So, yeah, that's how I got involved. And, you know, when I see the disasters that we're having around the world, the fires that we've had, the floods other places, drought other places, I mean, it's just, it wasn't always like this, but we're seeing it increase more and more, and people are suffering. You know?
Well, good for you for doing something about it, for taking action. And I'm sure people who are watching want to learn more and want to make sure they have all the details about the film festival. So where can they go for more information?
Well, the easiest place really is to go to the City of Santa Clarita website for on their calendar, calendar.santa-clarita.com, and all the details are there. We do have a website, but it's a little complicated to remember just to see it or hear it, so I won't give that to you.
Well, we'll put it underneath you right now. We'll make certain that we give that underneath you, okay?
Okay.
Cher Gilmore, the facilitator for the SCV Eco Alliance. Thanks so much for being here and sharing about your film festival and your passion for the environment.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, anytime, anytime. There's still more to come, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner. Parenting comes with its challenges, especially when it comes to navigating a child's education. Not only can it be complicated, but it can be costly too.
Fortunately, help is available. The Many Families, One Community Family Resource Fair is coming up, connecting local families with valuable resources.
So joining us to share more is Sulphur Springs Union School District Superintendent Dr. Catherine Kawaguchi. Dr. K, always great to have you on the show. It's great to reconnect. You come on, we've talked about it here several times, so it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so you're having the resource fair again. We were talking about it. It's the 9th year now coming up for the resource fair. What do attendees get to experience this year?
So first of all, I just want to say what a great experience it is to have it the 9th year with William S. Hart Union High School District. It's a true partnership that we have. Our families get to come. They get resources on educational as well as social emotional wellness to support the children and the families. But also to kick off the event, we are starting with our students in the choir and chorus in both the high school district as well as ours are coming together on stage to launch us, as well as this is the first time the Sulphur Springs Union School District will be showing off their instrumental program.
Nice.
Oh, cool. So we're excited about that. And then of course we'll have the Golden Valley High School Jazz Band also on stage.
Fun.
So it's such an opportunity for our children to see where they're at now and where they can be in the high school district as well. So we'll launch that way, and then we have informational session, and then we have resource booths. So in my district, I have over 90 community members that have been part of my Wellness Collaborative, and we together work on putting this family resource fair together, and they will be there.
Oh, tell us more about the organizations that are going to be at the event and what sort of topics are going to be discussed.
Yes, exactly. So we have all of the high school districts will be there that we feed into, Golden Valley High School and Canyon High. La Mesa as well as Sierra Junior High will be there, as well as all of my school district. And then we have all the community resources such as Girls and Boys Club. We have YMCA. We also have Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. We have all the community partners that are in the Valley will be there as well. One of the things that's really important as a family member coming in, you will have access to informational sessions free of charge. The whole thing is free. And you can pick whatever you want. It's like a little mini conference. So there'll be sessions on A through G requirements. That's really important for a family to know as they're navigating the high school system. What do I need to do? What do I need to know about that? If your child is in my district, what are the successful things you can do with your children at home to support them with reading, being on the internet, just safety features? We have that as well. But we also have social emotional wellness. So we have our social workers are going to be there presenting information on how to support the children in the home as well as at school, and what does it look like in the school setting to support our families. So it's very well rounded, and we're excited. But also we have a kids program. We call it a kids club now. And so our children will be able to have access to this where the fire department comes. So it's not a babysitting. They actually have a fire department coming. They have a drum circle instrumental program that they're going to be doing with the children. They have a glow-in-the-dark party that we're doing as well that we're really excited.
Fun.
I know, it's very exciting. And then we are raffling off bikes this year. We did that last year. That was new. And that happens at 12:30. And then also we have an art gallery that we're showing off as well. So we have an art, it's not really a contest, but it's an art gallery of all the artwork that comes from the high school district as well as our district around many families. That's the theme. What does that mean to a child? And we'll be displaying that as well.
One of the things that I loved, and I've been with you for many years as we have been working on this project for a long time, there are so many families that don't fully realize the resources that are out there that can help them to be able to navigate life. It's not just necessarily about, learning the A through G and the educational part, but there's a lot of other elements that families can understand better to help their lives be better.
Yes.
Can you talk about some of those resources?
Yes, so, I think you hit on it. So the academic part. So we went to all school, but it's different now. School is different for our children, and we need to support them. There is a lot of anxiety also for a lot of our children. We will have resources and just workshops on families to attend. It's how do you lower that anxiety for your child? What are some things you can do in the home to prepare your child better for school? These are things that are free, but great resources being delivered by social workers that are in the field, really experts helping children. And that's some things that I think our families need to be looking at.
And it's so important now.
Yeah.
I would say now more than ever for our kids.
And that's not an understatement.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Especially high school. The demand is really hard as they're trying to get into colleges and everything. How do we help our children?
Yeah. And you've been in education for many years, and you've been the superintendent of the Sulphur Springs district for 10 years now?
10 years,
Is that
starting my
correct?
11th year. Yeah.
What is the question that you get most commonly from parents?
So one of the things that we do, and I do as a superintendent, is I survey my parents every year. And in my survey, I ask, what are some of the needs? And the top one is social emotional wellness. How do we continue to support our children? And then also navigating the academics. Particularly math. It's interesting because math is taught a little bit differently than it was when we went to school.
For parents trying
yes,
to help.
Yes, and so we spend a lot of time helping our families with that, and there'll be a workshop on that as well. And then also just looking at the social emotional wellness, counseling. What kind of counseling supports are at schools? Well, at this resource fair, there will be all of that there to tell the parents what's there in the high school district as well as the elementary district.
You're talking about the social emotional wellness.
Yes.
Is that the most underutilized resource, do you think, at Many Families One Community, or is there other resources that maybe are underutilized that can really truly help families be able to navigate through this time?
I think, I can't say that it's underutilized, either one. I just think that families need to go to the informational sessions. A lot of the families will come also and hang out at the booths because there's so much great information. We have over 70 partners with all their free resources there. But they need to go to the informational sessions because that's where we have the experts showing all the resources there as well. And they're at the booths too, so they can get it both. So I really want families to spend time, look at the informational sessions. Again, it's free. The Kids Club is free. Everything's it's a free day. A great morning to get information to support their family.
And who is this event open to? Is it just Sulphur Springs?
So it's open to our district as well as the high school district, but also our community partners. So as I shared with you, we have 90 community partners. They get the information out as well. So everybody's welcome. Just come and have a great day.
So finally, everyone wants to know, when is it, where is it, and where can they go to get more information about it?
Absolutely. So you can go on my website, the Sulphur Springs Union School District website. You can go on the high school district as well because they have it there. Golden Valley High School, March 15th. We open the doors starting at 9 o'clock, and the booths will set up, and the program kicks off at 9:30.
Dr. Kawaguchi, thank you so much for being here with us today, and thank you for your part in putting on this amazing day.
Absolutely. And I wanted to give one shout out to Sal Frias, principal at Golden Valley High School. I cannot do the work without his support, so I just want to thank him as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Sal.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner. Dave, you know how much I love the holiday season. It's my most favorite time of year.
Right.
But you know what comes pretty close this time of year because it's Sense's block party time in Santa Clarita.
And who doesn't love a good block party, Carrie? Everybody loves a good
Everybody
block party.
does.
The food, the music, the atmosphere, and this year's lineup is packed with fun and nostalgia.
And here to give us a sneak peek at what's in store is Joel Beck, events coordinator for the City of Santa Clarita. Joel, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I don't know who this could be, but for someone who maybe hasn't gone to Senses or doesn't know what it's all about, remind our viewers what Senses is.
Senses is basically how the name says it. We're touching all of your senses. So the smells, the feels, everything, all the touches.
All the feels.
Yeah, all the feels.
All the feels.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But no, it's a block party we put on that's created differently every single time for the most part. There's a themed event for every single one. Live band, food trucks. There's a bar on site that switches every single month, and games, activities, all types of things that you could do that's just really fun.
And you're going to tip off this season's
Oh, you see what he
census
did there?
You did.
with a basketball
Yes.
themed all around March Madness. Tell us what to expect.
So that one will be March 20th, and we'll be starting with alley-oop. So it'll be everything basketball. So we have basketball-themed games, drinks, all kinds of stuff. Everything's themed basketball.
Basketball-themed drinks.
Usually every one of our events we do some kind of themed drink. But it's mostly, we love doing the creative games for these events. So I think that's a lot of times what people come for is those type of games. So we'll be doing like a 3-point challenge. We'll be doing a thing where you can take a picture and we'll put you on a basketball card, like a trading
Like a
card.
trading card?
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So we have Connect 3, which will be able to kind of like Connect 4, basketball cornhole, basketball beer pong. So that basically, and then I think there's actually a March Madness game happening, I believe. So
on
we'll
Thursday?
be trying to air that as well. So we're still looking to the right, so stay
I'm sorry.
tuned.
Before we go away from March Madness, can I just get your guys' picks? Because I need to know who to choose. I know it's off topic, but who's going to win? Come on, help me out. Because I
don't know.
choose by
I don't-
colors and mascot.
what color do you want
I
to
usually choose
choose?
by colors too.
You're wearing red, so choose someone red.
All right.
There you go.
Well, you guys are no help. Okay.
If we're talking about football, it's a different story.
You have, okay. So let's move on to the next theme that's going to have us feeling a little nostalgic. What can people expect at the arcade-themed block party?
Arcade will, just like it sounds, we're going to bring a lot of arcade games. There'll be darts, video games, a lot of retro video games.
Pac-Man?
Probably Pac-Man. We haven't ordered them yet, so I'm
Okay.
not sure exactly what we're going with, so don't quote me on these, but it'll be a lot of arcade games. So that's super exciting for us.
I like
so.
Dig Dug, if you could keep that in mind
Dig
as
Dug,
we
got
as we
it.
get
I
into
know
it.
exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, good, good.
I will try. I don't know if
What's
they have
your-
an arcade game for that. But
No, I'm not an arcade kind of person, so I'm just thinking about what else is coming down the pipe.
Oh, okay.
Because there's one that I saw, Spy Games, and I'm going,
Spy Games.
what?
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. I don't know what activities are going to happen there, but it's going to be very secret agent-y. So they'll probably. I know we did look at one thing. It would be like an ob-job hat toss game. A lot of photo op things, possibly a casino, because I know we've done that for our last secret agent Bond one.
Right,
So
right.
there's a possibility. Like I said, don't quote me because we haven't exactly planned everything out yet. But yeah, so there'll be some things we'll be looking at.
Okay, and so the last, is this the last one we're talking about?
This is.
One that is talking about a good night out on the town with a date. What can
night.
people expect for date night?
So we're basically going to be bringing in everything that you kind of see for a first date, like miniature golf. To be honest, we haven't really planned further than that, but miniature golf will be one thing, and there'll be other things that kind of you see at a first date.
Bowling? I feel like bowling's
We
good first date.
probably will do something. I mean, you're just giving me ideas now, but thank
Let me
you.
give you
I
my
appreciate
list.
that. Yeah, if you
Dig
want to give me a
dug
list,
and
I'm
bowling is
I'm
what I
totally
wanna
down.
do.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
but yeah, so it'll be, we're going to theme a lot of the events just are the activities for first date kind of things.
I have another idea.
Let's hear it.
Speed dating. If people
Oh,
don't have
You know what?
a
I was
date-
going to say that actually, but I was
That's
like, you know what? I don't know if
interesting.
we'll have that. So
You should.
Oh, that's a great idea.
we'll look into it, definitely.
If you don't have it officially, if you're going to the date night, come up to Joel and be like, hook me up with someone, and then you can do it.
I'll be a matchmaker that day. I don't know.
Perfect.
We'll-
Have a matchmaker. That'd be
I love
great.
it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I can get on stage, you know.
Census has been around a long time, and it's been a favorite here in Santa Clarita for a very long time. Do you have a favorite themed kind of census over the
Overall?
years? Yeah. What
You know,
what
I
have you
think I
enjoyed
actually
the
said
most?
this last time, but it was pirates.
Pirates.
I like the whole pirate thing. So it's really fun to dress up. I love dressing up like a pirate. So and theming that event, the atmosphere is really cool. So yeah, that would probably be the one.
Can you talk like a pirate?
Ooh.
I bet Dave will. Do it, do it.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
I can tell you a joke.
Okay, yeah.
What's the pirate's favorite letter?
R.
You think it's R, but it's really the C.
That was good. You did it.
Thank
you
you,
did
thank
it.
you.
You did it. Where can people go to find out more information about census?
They could go to at City of Santa Clarita events. For most of our
On social media.
Yeah, on social media. So.
Joel Beck, the events coordinator with the City of Santa Clarita. You know, it's the great time of year to have this. Thursdays are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Downtown, Newhall.
Downtown Newhall.
Main Street. I don't think we touched on that, but that's where it is.
I don't think we did, but most people know, so it's fine.
Well, we can't assume.
You're right.
But Joel, thanks for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, look forward to having you back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner. Since 2004, Circle of Hope has been making a real difference in the Santa Clarita Valley, offering support, education, financial assistance, and wellness therapies to those battling cancer.
And that's why events like Vine to Wine are so important. It's not just a fun night out. It helps Circle of Hope reach more people and make sure that no one has to face cancer alone.
Exactly. And here to give us a sneak peek at all the fun and the incredible impact of this event are Donna Basta and Allison Lindeman. Both of you, thank you so much for being with us today. All right, Allison, we're going to start with you. For our first-time viewers, remind them what Circle of Hope is and what it does.
So Circle of Hope is a local. We serve the Santa Clarita community exclusively. So if you live, work, or receive treatment in Santa Clarita, we're here for you. So anything that really picks up after your medical treatments complete or while you're going through them. So it's emotionally for people to either come escape or to talk with other people that are going through similar things that they do. We have an office on Lyons Avenue, a cancer center, where it's like a living room, a big living room, a homey feeling. They can take classes, they can get individual wellness treatments. That's kind of the emotional side. We have educational classes, and for people who qualify, we have also financial support.
And when it was first created, it was just for women, but men and women now.
Just for women and just for breast cancer.
Right.
So it was really centered around pink and that one, cancer. But yes, it's men and women, not children. So adult cancers, that's what Michael Hoffman serves, and we pick up for adults. And we have people that are unfortunately in their 30s that are there on a regular basis with anything from, of course, prostate to brain cancer. And we have people that are seniors. So cancer doesn't discriminate, and we are there for all of them.
And you've been with the organization for a long time now, and out of all of the programs that Circle of Hope provides, where do you see the most need?
Well, definitely to me, on the emotional side, don't misunderstand the financial side too. It maybe is a smaller part of what we do, and we're trying to grow that. That's why we have these type of events. But a lot of people feel very isolated. They may also, even if they have good support at home, they just want to have somebody else to talk to and sometimes just get out and forget, and also spend time with people who they feel like really understand what they're going through. So I'd say you don't usually get that from a medical. So a lot of our referrals come from our wonderful medical facilities in Santa Clarita.
So Dawn, let's talk about this event that's coming up. What can people expect at this event this year? Give us the details.
Okay, so you're going to arrive. Easy parking because it's Sand Canyon Country Club, so there's going to be plentiful parking. You're going to walk up. You're going to be handed a glass of champagne to start.
I already love it. Yes.
Good way to start.
Yeah.
You're going to get to walk through and peruse the silent auction, and I do have to say for ourselves, we have one of the best silent auctions. Usually people are fighting over a lot of the things in that silent auction. And then you're going to enter into the ballroom, and there is going to be wineries and breweries galore. You can stroll and sip and enjoy. And we're going to have some great live auction items later on. And we're going to close out the night with a live band called Future Ex-Husbands.
Oh, I know that band.
And it's going to be amazing. They came back by popular demand. We really had a great time with them last year. And so they're going to close out the night. And so it's just going to be an amazing, wonderful evening.
So it's all for a good cause, but I also do love shopping, selfishly, and the auction. So tell me what we can bid on this year.
So far, we've got a bunch of great silent auction items. There's always some Kate Spade purses in there, sometimes a Stanley or two. Ooh. We like to go and procure the limited edition type. And then for live auction, there's going to be experiences. So you're going to have possibly a dinner for a group of people from one of our most popular restaurants. We're even working on possibly a signature cocktail at one of our most popular restaurants. So we're working on stuff like that.
Tell us about your top sponsor this year. Who's your top sponsor?
I'm going to let
That's
Allison take that
BMW, and we are so excited to have them. And just why I'm excited, just because they've been wonderful to work with leading up to this, and very generous. They're, again, like, they purchased the title sponsorship, but they are bringing a bunch of customers with them too. So I just had told Dawn, they're now purchasing additional tickets to the event for all the people they've invited. They're going to have 3 amazing cars sitting out there when guests walk in there. So we're just really excited about that relationship, and very, very grateful to have a title sponsor, because as I think we've talked about before, like, putting on these events with all the amazing nonprofits here and then competing, you know, they're all such great causes. We're very lucky and feel so good to be partnering with BMW.
That's awesome. And where will all the funds raised at this event go to?
It's going to go to the services we provide, and also one of the things we're trying to grow, which is actually the financial support.
So you've both been with Circle of Hope for many years. Why is this such an important organization to give back to? Dawn, start with you.
Honestly, because we provide something that someone going through cancer just critically needs. Some people are alone going through this, and we become their family, their home during this. We're the place where they can go and talk to others going through treatment, and someone who can really truly empathize with what they're going through. And we also provide solutions and therapies, and sometimes it's just an escape. We have craft classes where they can go, and we have like an ongoing flower class where they can learn about arrangement of flowers. There's all kinds of craft classes. We have Pilates. There's just so many things, and they're surrounded by people who know what they're going through and can be empathetic. And I think that is what really sets us apart from many others.
We are expanding our support groups. I've been part of that for probably 6 years. So we are moving from having them every other Tuesday to having them every Tuesday. Sometimes our family room, which has like a 15-person couch and other chairs, we're completely full. And we are pretty close, and Dawn's taken on this charge, to offering Spanish-speaking services too,
that's important.
which would include a support group. So we have a great book club that's super popular. We almost have people on the waiting list for that. So we are, I don't want to say busting out of our facilities, but we're getting close to that. So we really need to count on community supports, because there are more people, unfortunately, walking through the door that have cancer.
We have wait lists on several things.
There are so many important resources that you provide, and people who are watching probably want to get more information. Where can they go to find out more about Circle of Hope?
They can go to our website. They can call the office. We have 2 wonderful staff members, Rachel and Tricia, who are there to answer the phone. Normal working hours, Monday through Friday. Friday we close half day, so Friday before noon. But
CircleofHopeInc.org.
There
you go.
Buy your tickets for Vine and Wine there too. You'll see it right at the top.
It's
All
right-
the good
right there.
information. Allison, Dawn, thank you for
Thank you.
everything
Thank
you do
you
for our
so
community,
much.
and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner. Dave, I think we're making Community Corner history today. A pet adoption featuring a pregnant pup.
I think you're right, Carrie. Joining us today to tell us about Rosie the Red Healer is founder of Sunny Day Acres, Jen Gray. Jen, always great to see you.
You too.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And Rosie is expecting.
Yes, she is. So we rescued Rosie out of we'll call it basically a semi-hoarding situation. They were cared for, but there were too many animals in the property. And so she's very lovely. And we went to get her spayed and found out, well, we're going to be waiting for that because Rosie has babies. So the vet says 6 to 7 babies. probably coming within a week. And then those will be adoptable in 6 to 7 weeks after that. And then we line them up to go to their homes at 8 weeks old.
She's wagging her tail about talking about
and we love that she's eating treats, because then we know Rosie's not having babies tonight. That's one of the ways of knowing she would not be taking these if they were coming very soon. So that's good for me.
I have a really random question. This
Yes.
may be inappropriate, but do we know who the father is?
We do know
We
who
do.
Baby Daddy is. So Baby Daddy already got a home himself, but of all the dogs we got from the property, only one male was not neutered. So we know exactly who Baby Daddy is. So her Baby Daddy, Pete, is a little short terrier corgi, and he is so cute and adorable. And we do know that he fathered some of the other puppies that were about 10 months old that we took from the property from her sister, was their mother.
Wow.
So they're going to be
Pete gets
probably-
around, but yes. So they are so cute. They look like little short versions of her, little short legs, little ears.
Wow.
So I'm assuming half of them will look like that with her. They're going to be cute. But yes, he got neutered and got a home. No more babies for either of them. Yes.
So before we start getting into the details about this cutie right here, let's talk more about Sunny Day Acres. How did it all get started, and tell everyone more about Sunny Day
So
Acres.
I have trained and worked with other rescues for years and trained over 30 years. And there was just this need for rescues. You just see how many can't afford the training has become this upper echelon thing of people can afford training versus they can't. And so I thought, you know what, I'll set up a facility that's 50-50. So we rescue, and then we do boarding and training to afford the rescue. So it kind of helps feed it so that everything can stay very low. And then that way we got a big facility in Agua Dulce, Santa Clarita, and we just keep adding on to it, getting more and more things for them to do, different, an agility field, search and rescue, different classes and fun things so that our adopters can also come back and have fun. They have a safe place to board them, a place to train them. We have hiking trails on the property, so it's fun, yeah. So that's kind of how it got started, was just this, I see a need where it's like, I really want to help the rescue so much, but it can really kill you financially and in the heart, it's hard sometimes. But if you can just keep it going financially, there's always such good, you get the good with the bad, it's a tough thing to do, but yeah, so that's how we did that, is just made it a good mix, but it's all nonprofit. So even when somebody boards their dog there, it's tax write-off for them. So yeah, it kind of makes it a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Tell us more about Mama Rosie here. She's a red healer.
She's a red healer, probably a mix. A true healer, they're a little more stocky and boxy and intense. She's a little gentle soul, but I have seen somewhere we've done the DNA with really refined features like this, and they are actually 100%. So we don't know, but she's, for all intents and purposes, a red healer cattle dog. And she's got a very gentle personality. She is approximately 3 years old. And once these babies have weaned, we will end up doing a spay on her and getting her ready for adoption. We do allow people, we've had people that are like, I want to reserve that dog, and when she's ready, I will come get her, and they can come and visit and get to know her weekly, bi-weekly, whatever, twice a week, and come visit her so that she'd already have a home lined up. I would love that for her because she's so easy.
She is such a sweetheart. She just came in here. She loves the little butt scratches. She loved, just brought her sweet little face over to be
She's a
petted.
gentle little thing. And she's housebroken. She came from a ranch with all these other dogs, but she's gentle with the kitties, because we rescue kitties too. She can handle her own. We have alpacas and goats and stuff, and she knows how to be around them, but she's not the intensive working healer for someone that wants a working dog on the ranch. She'd run away from the cows probably. You'd say, just give me some love instead. Hi. Yes. So cute. Are you a good girl?
Yes, she is.
Is you a good girl?
Yes,
I don't
she
have any
is.
more cookies. I'll go. Maybe they have some cookies.
What's the adoption process like?
Oh, process. So we run our rescue similar. It's sort of like in between a regular shelter where you can go same day and adopt a dog, but at the same time where the rescues do home checks and stay in touch. So we make it easy for people to get that dog the same day, but we are going to do background check stuff as well. So, and stay in touch. So it's easy. A dog like her is going to be probably, to get her spayed will be about $350, and so that's pretty much what we would ask for an adoption fee, is so we could cover that. Now, we get a lot of clientele from the Simi Valley area as well, and they have Simi Spay and Neuter Clinic out there, which is like $75 to $150 for space. So I then drop the fee. So everybody always asks, well, what's the adoption fee? It's always going to vary on how big is the dog and whether it's a male or female, because that's how the vets set the prices.
Right.
So adoption fees just match those.
So when her puppies come in like a week, you said?
A week or so, yes.
How long till they will be available for adoption?
She'll decide. Some
You get
moms,
to choose.
well, some
You
moms
get to
will
choose.
stay with them through 8 weeks, but I'll say 95% of the moms cut them off at 6 weeks, and so if they're going to cut them off and we have them weaned, we'll go ahead and let them go, between 7 to 8 weeks old. Basically, as long as they're weaned, eating well, have had their first round of shots.
Is it harder, or is it different for a pregnant dog to get adopted, or is there a dynamic with that?
This face.
Yeah, right? No, I mean, in general, we still, at the ranch, we have many moms and dads still of litters that got adopted, but the parents never did. So we still have some. The younger, the cuter they are, the puppies, they go first. I think Rosie won't have a hard time getting a home, though. She's still on the younger side. She's very healthy. She's housebroken. She's good with kids. She's good with dogs. She's good with cats. There's nothing to hold her back from getting a home. She's kind of like a no-brainer. She could go to a family who's never had a pet before. First-time dog owners, that's an easy one. Yes, she was an easy girl. Ideally, she does like company, but she's learned to be on her own because she has her own bedroom right now, getting prepared for the babies. Yeah. She did not like that. I put her in that 2 weeks ago because I knew she's social. She's been with all these, 17 other dogs where she lives, so she was not going to be happy being on her own. But I've already got her prepared, and now you're going to have 6 or 7 friends. She's so cute.
There's been a disturbing trend, rescuing mom dogs being deserted all over the Antelope Valley, Kern
sad.
County.
Yes,
so what's going on with that?
So this is, Kalinga. I don't even know if that's Kern or what, but yes, I'm actually rescuing some point between tomorrow through the weekend. There was a mother and other, probably the daddy, Pyrenees, those big white herding dogs, dumped in the Antelope Valley, and there's apparently 5 puppies with them, so they've caught them all and they'll be coming to me. But yes, everything has trickled down a lot from Kern to Antelope Valley to now Acton, even Palmdale, Little Rock, all of that. It's every day. It is literally every day that there are dogs. Just, you're hoping somebody lost this dog, but you come to the conclusion they've been dumped. And I think a lot has to do with people losing their homes. The shelters are full, so they don't really have somewhere to put them if they can't take them. And so we're trying right now, what we are doing at St. Acres, which would be huge for the public, I guess, to know, it might be a good time to say, is we are trying to raise money to build. We have 98 acres. And we have all this open space, but it costs money. So we're right now doing the building and safety department thing, getting all that done. And then I've saved up a little, and we're going to start building more what we call condos. So they have their own heat, heated floors, air conditioning units, this little house. It's like a dog house, but glorified. And then they have their own yard so that we can fit 2 to 4 friendly dogs in amount of time and be able to rescue more. And so we would be taking up 2-3 more acres where we've already plotted that out to do that. So that is the big goal.
That's
Each year I
exciting.
try to add something, and that's happening this year. It
That's
has to
exciting.
happen. Like, we have to be able to do a bigger dent because not only that, but these 6 or 7 babies are then going to want to come back and board with me.
Right.
So I better have somewhere
need
to
the
put them.
space. And you also have 2 other dogs that you want to talk about that are looking for a forever family.
Yes, so we have Sadie, who we were here 7 months ago with little Clue. Sadie got adopted and they couldn't keep her. Things going on in their home, so she came back to us. She is now 9 months old. One of the coonhound foxhound mixes. That was a large litter, so there's many of them in Santa Clarita right now that maybe somebody wants their sister. But she's available for adoption. And then we also had, let's see, there was Roscoe, he got adopted. I'm trying to think who else we had shown to you guys.
Well, you mentioned, I think Emily? Was Emily another?
Emily.
Yeah.
Emily was a mama. Okay, so Emily was dumped as well. She basically was part of a, everybody's got their drama, sadly, but it was a social services matter where the dogs and the children had to be taken. But then they dumped her before that could even happen. And she had puppies, and they were maybe a day or 2 old when I got them. And but the puppies have all gotten homes, and Emily's a little black and tan spaniel with the cutest little underbite. I don't know if she has pug in her or what, but she is a perfect dog for your mother kind of thing. Like, she's for the empty nester or retiree. She just wants to hang out with somebody, and she does prefer women. So we've actually had quite a few gentlemen interested in her. And unfortunately, she's just like, no, I like girls. So that's the only reason Emily has not found a home, because she's adorable, housebroken, itty, like shin height, so a perfect, easy size. But she'll find the right home.
Well, let's find that home, because there's clearly going to be people that are going to be watching right now, and they're going to be thinking about Emily, they're going to be thinking about Sadie, and of course they're going to be thinking about this beauty right here, Rosie. Where can people go to get more information? What's the easiest way for them to do that?
Probably your Facebook, Sunny Day Acres. Instagram is sunny_day_training. And we do have a website, Sunny Day Acres, as well. And yeah, pretty much right now we have every size, like from huge to little, boy or girl, of everything. And then puppies here, we've got pit bull puppies, we've got husky puppies. Wow. It's a madhouse right now. And every day I say, that's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do. I just got back from East Valley Shelter before coming here and got this little black Newfoundland puppy with a broken leg and took him straight to my vet. We got him casted, he's all good. It'll be 6 weeks before he's healed. But again, somebody can reserve him ahead and come visit him, so.
Thank you so much for what you're doing for all
Absolutely.
these
Thank you for having
animals, and
us.
thank you for being
Wait.
here. Oh, let's get this
Yes.
sweet girl a home and the puppies too.
Good job. High five.
All right,
guys.
stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good job.
Welcome back to SCVTV's Community Corner. Technically, we're still in winter. I kind of wish it was summer, but don't fall into a rut. Spring into action and sign up for the many programs and classes offered in the highly anticipated Seasons magazine.
I see what you did there.
You like
I
that?
see what you did there, Carrie. Very smart. Find out about all the fun and exciting programs being offered this spring and how you can register in this week's episode of This Week in Santa Clarita. Check it out.
Hi, we're excited to kick off our spring registration next Tuesday, March 4th at 10 a.m. online at santaclarita.gov/seasons. Our spring registration will be for all of our exciting classes in the brochure, from aquatics to contract classes. If you're excited for some upcoming dance classes, please visit the website for more information on hip hop, salsa, flamenco, and tap. The ever so popular Camp Clarita Summer Day Camp program registration kicks off on March 4th as well, so be sure to sign in to grab your spot. The Primetime Preschool program starts their registration for the 2025-26 school year on Tuesday as well. So we highly encourage you to register your 3- and 4-year-olds if you're looking for a preschool program, and we actually offer one right here at the Valencia Community Center. For more information and to browse the catalog, please visit santaclarita.gov/seasons.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure to tune in next week and every week for another episode of SCVTV's Community Corner.
Check out all of our past episodes and segments at scvcommunitycorner.com or our Facebook at SCV Community Corner.
Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you next time. At SCVTV, we believe in the power of television to inspire, educate, and unite our community. But we can't do it alone. Donate today, and together we can continue to create meaningful content and provide next-generation workforce opportunities.